Sorry about that, guys. I had to make a phone call. So I did this side. You can see nice little cutesy waves. Just gonna keep going around until I reach to the top. So when I get to the very top, I don't like do the crimps at the base. I kind of like I start them like right here because I kind of like it straight and then wavy. I kind of feel like starting the crimp at the very base is just a lot to me. I just prefer it to look that way. That's just my preference. I have to use a comb to hold it because it's very hot. So to hold the waves a little bit longer, I use the spray, Wonder Lace Adhesive. It's an active kind. And please, if you have a hot tool, do not put your spray bottle anywhere near it because it could like blow up in your face. So I hold it here for about, let's say 15 to 20 seconds for the first one. And then I just gradually, then I shift the tool down to the last wave just so that they don't overlap each other. Because if you make them overlap each other, it's gonna look weird. So the next crimp, I'm gonna start it in this indentation right here. So I hold it, lift it up, and shift it down like that. And just keep going all the way down. If you want it to be super wavy each time, you just hold the tool longer than you normally would. So the wave could be extremely deep. If you don't want it to be too wavy, don't hold it in the same position for a long time. Just gradually turn it down. Gradually just clip it, 3-5 seconds, let it go, kind of thing. So this is the Hot Tools Professional Crimper, and it looks like this. You could use any one. This thing gets very hot. Like when I say it gets very hot, right now it's at 430, and I believe it's ideal to use one of these things so you don't burn your counter, and just place that on top of the counter like that so it doesn't burn your counter. And when you're using your spray, your holding spray, don't place it close to the hot tool because it'll there's a possibility it can combust. And then I have a fine tooth comb with that is heat resistant. Never mind. Hey, 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 what's going on? Howdy. Happy Saturday. I was crimping my wig, child. This is my go-to style for when the hair is getting, I don't want to say stale, but when I'm about to wash it and I'm gonna head out or go out somewhere, I usually crimp it and then wear the crimps for a couple of days until they get flat or stale, and then I wash it. I do this style when the hair is, when it needs to wash, because I wouldn't wear it with holding spray in it. This iron gets so hot. Good God. Like, I don't know if you guys could see it steaming, but just me putting my thumb right here is very hot. So you just keep making your way down. Like, as I was saying before, if you don't want the waves to be too wavy, you're 1 to 2 hours away from home. Where's that? I don't get it. You're on the road? You're at work? Yeah, so if you want it to be extra wavy, you hold the crimper longer. Norwood? What that be? Where the heck is Norwood? I've never heard of that in my life. Is it more east or north? Like, which direction is that? Oh, okay. So this is how it looks when you're done. And the holding spray really holds it. So for the most part, I keep it like this because it ends up dropping on its own anyways. And the stiff spray kind of adds a shine to it. If you can see this side compared to that side, it's very dull. So yeah. Some people comb this out after. I am not the comb it out type. Did I mess this up? It's fine. It's just the bottom. So I'm gonna split this into two, like an inch or 1.5 in size. Am I messing this up? How, Sway? Oh, you're at a funeral. Oh, my condolences. That's a far funeral. Nice of you to attend. You know, some people just say no to funerals, period. Like, This is somewhat satisfying for me to do. I feel like I messed up the side a bit. Can you see? It's not as... I don't know what I did here. Did I not use a stiff spray or... I can't really tell. It doesn't look like I used a stiff spray, so I might have to do this one again because it looks very... like not uniform like the rest. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see how this one like kind of dropped and this one's so... I probably didn't use stiff spray on this one. So I'm going to comb it out and do it again. So usually that's what happens. If you don't use stiff spray, it'll get all loose and raggedy. It doesn't feel like it did. It'll get all loose and raggedy. And actually going over it again, it's probably gonna make it look weird, but because it's at the bottom, I'll just try my best to go in the same pattern that I did before. I'm not sure why this one looks like this. But I'm glad it's at the bottom, so it's not really gonna show. Looks a little bit better now. Oh, you can see my money plant. Oh my gosh. Yes, see, that's my money plant. Yes. It's almost time to turn it to the other direction because it was it was, look how I can show you. Let's talk about my money plant because I'm very proud of it actually. If I show you a picture of how it looked before, look how big these leaves are. Do you see this? Look at this leaf. It's like as long as my forearm. Look at that. Do you see that? That's how long the leaf is. I don't know. I just literally just water it. They say if there's if one of these like clusters have 7 on it, that you're lucky. And I've been 2, 4, 6. That one has 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. So this one has 7. They say that you're lucky. So this one has 7. This one right here, 2, 4, 6, 7. That one has 7 as well. 2, 4, 6. That one has 6. This one right here, 2, 4, 6. That one has 7. So there's quite a few of them that have 7, which apparently it's really good if it does. But yes, good eye, my money plant. I had that thing since it was a little baby. How long do you have it for? I think I've had it for, I'd say 3 years. Suzette gave it to me. Suzette bought it for me. Suzette bought it for me, and I had it since it was a. I'll show a before and after. I'll make a post of how it started and how it's going. I hope so. I hope so. I hope I'm a lucky girl. I would consider myself to be. But yeah, that's probably the biggest plant in my house. I have a cactus plant that's actually it has grown extremely tall to a point where it started to curve. And I went to my friend's house last night and she wants to literally be a farmer. I went to her house and I got some tape to tape it straight. So if you have a plant that's not straight, she told me to use a stick, but the stick, I didn't have a stick the length of the plant is extremely tall. So she gave me a stick and she gave me some Velcro to use to hold the plant. You know that was a money plant though, like for you to know that that's an actual money plant, because it's not close. And there are quite a few plants that may look like that, so that means you know your plants. But yes, I went to and the thing is, this money plant, it's stemming from so close to the bottom, like the leaves are coming so close to the bottom. I went to a nail shop once, and theirs looked like a tree. Like I had a big the part where the bark is. What do you call that part? And then the leaves were at the very very top, so there wasn't as much leaves on theirs. But yeah, it's doing very well since I moved it beside the light. So as you can see, as I got lower to the ends of this one, I didn't hold it for that long because I don't want it to be too like, I don't want it to be too bulky. What did I did? Sorry. Shakeli? Thanks. Thank you. Pass, put your... Sorry? Hi. Are you still streaming? Yeah. Just crimping. I'm almost done, yeah, but yeah, whenever you're ready. Okay. Here, Jakeli. If you spray it and it kind of gets messy, that's okay, because you don't want it to look like uniform. So I usually do the first one hold it for a very long time, and then I gradually go down. And for you to know where to put the iron next, so you basically put the front of the iron at this last part on the hair, so you kind of have an idea of where to go. So it looks like it's one wave instead of like chopped. Make sure you get the ends. You don't want the ends to be straight. So this is how it's looking so far. Not too bad. And also the spray actually adds some shine to it compared to this side, looking very dull. And also, if you do try to do this, try to take the same amount of sections for each, and try to go across instead of just taking random pieces, because then it'll kind of, it won't be level. You'll have like one side a little bit fuller than the other side. So try to do like going across, even if you're doing someone else's hair, doesn't have to be on a wig per se. If you're doing your own hair, try to do a technique where you're just going across each side, so that when you look at yourself at the front, it looks uniform. So I'm doing this because I'm going to a party, and when I am getting ready, I'll show you guys the overall look. It's not like I'm not gonna be dressing up or anything of that nature. It's just like an R&B party where you could play. I'm just gonna wear like good looking clothes, but not like a party dress or going out dress. Just like casual, like if I were to be going to a barbecue. Still cutesy, but not too much over the top. Yes, I'm crimping all of it, but when I get to the very top, I'm gonna start the crimp like around here. No, sorry, like around here, because I kind of feel like if I do it at the very top, it's gonna look so like, it's gonna like be too fullish at the top. You don't want that. So yeah. So again, you just take like sections that are maybe 2 inches wide for each. Honestly, I don't even know how big 2 inches is. Maybe this is more than 2 inches. I don't know. But just try to take the same amount of hair each time. That's all that I'm literally trying to say. You want to separate. Usually when I have this style, and I'll keep it in for maybe a week, and then I'll wash it and start fresh. I'm not sure what happened to this side. Like, it just looks weird to me. It's not, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just, I'm just glad it's at the bottom and it's not at the top. Maybe I accidentally combed it out, or maybe I didn't hold it long enough when I was crimping it, but it just looks so freaking, like, weird. And if you're looking for a particular tool, how many hours does it stay? Oh, it stays days. Sorry, I didn't see your comment, but it stays days, not hours. It's because I'm putting this spray on it. If I wasn't using this spray, it would probably just last. It would all fall and it wouldn't stay like this. But because I'm using that spray, this will last a good amount of days. It'll still fall and not look as like wavy, but you can still see that there were waves in it. So this is how it's looking so far. I have a piece at the front here. So when I get to the closure part, like I said, I start, so this next section here, I'll probably start it like towards my eyes, because I definitely don't like it up too high. And I just put a piece of blonde in here to give it some character. It's kind of falling out, so let me get my glue. So as you're going along, if you see any maintenance that needs to be done, you can just do it at that time. Anytime I glue a piece, I spray some of this on it so it could stay a little bit longer. So this is a quick weave. This isn't it's a quick weave. It isn't a sew-in. It's literally glued. I should have glued this after I did this because I don't want it to now pull. I'm lifting it, but if it falls out, I'll just do it again. So if you want the waves to be softer and not look as stiff as mine, because mine, they don't look hard, like, actually. They look really good. I actually love this freaking hairstyle on myself. Like, I'm just so glad I could do my hair myself. I don't know why I got like this. I think my sisters, my older sisters, I think when I was younger, they used to do hair. And then, I don't know if it was both of them or one. But, oh, I didn't do it. I think that's how I started to, like, start doing my hair myself. Because, child, these hairstylists nowadays, baby. They be wanting your kidney, your liver, your left hand, your baby son, your Lexus, your Ford, like. So I'm just very thankful that I can do this myself. So again, the first initial one, I hold it. I don't know why I hold it. This is just my technique, and that's just how I do it. I'll hold it a little longer than the rest to kind of mold the first imprint, and then I take it from there. Alright, so this is what we have so far. A little blonde highlight right there. It's not gonna be so bold, it's gonna be covered. So that's how it's looking. Some people comb this out after. I don't. I like it like this. Like, I like it together. I'll probably, like, kind of like close the gaps here like that or something like that. But other than that, I actually really like it like this, and it lasts a lot longer. So now that I'm making my way to the very top, which is the closure part, I'm very careful with how I do this part because I do not want it to start too close to the top. So I'm going to start the crimp probably down here. Why do I do that? I don't know. I just don't like it at the very root right here. And then the back, I do it the same way in uniform. So I'll show you what I mean. And then later on tonight, when I'm getting ready, I'll put it on to show you guys why I did it like that. So if you want to see the results on me, if you want to see when I put this wig on, I'd say hit the subscribe button. Even if you just hit it just to see the wig for later, whatever, do what you may. But I guarantee you'll love it here. Other than that, yeah. I started a little bit lower, and it comes together like when you put all your clothes on or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna get ready with you guys later on when I'm going out. So that's gonna be like a I guess a makeup tutorial. Not a tutorial, just like a get ready with me, I guess. And so I'm gonna start this piece around here. What I really should do is flat iron this part, but I'm not in the mood to do that right now. Hopefully I don't hate it later. Because if I make a mistake, like say I don't like how I crimp this, or when I put this on, the waves are imbalanced and I don't like it, I could just flat iron it and then start it again. Like do a 1 or 2 pass and start it again, or I could just leave it. But for now, I'm gonna start the crimp right here. But in all honesty, I think I'm gonna flat iron it first because I don't like how, do you see how this is like, hold on, turn it this way. Do you see how this is kind of like coming off to the side like this? I don't like that. So we gotta fix that, child. Unless I can fix it with the crimping iron. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what I could do. Let me see if I could. Hold on. I just go like. Okay, that's not too bad. That ain't too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Oops. We're gonna get the spray. I usually do this part when I have it on, so that I could see. I usually, like I said, I usually start it like around my eyeballs or eyebrows or whatever. Let me go like, just hold the first one. Even if it's a little hair, you see how small this is, and I'm still doing it. Do you see that? Still gotta go with it, because you don't want any straight pieces. So that's how it's looking. Very nice. So this whole section at the back, so the crown, I am going to start it around here. All the crimps, all around. So I'm just gonna get my brush because I don't want any flyaways. So I use a brush at the top so it's very flat, as you can see. That's why the brush is needed for the top. I don't use a brush for the back or the bottom because I don't really care about back there. I'm not really gonna see it. It's this is the part that everyone's gonna see. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a good angle. Okay. Just want to make sure you smoothen it out. You don't want any like. So you're just gonna follow the line of the first one. You don't want to start too high up. Don't want to start too low. Just want to make sure you're on the same and hold it straight. So can you see I'm starting with the first dip. I'm trying to hold it as straight as I can. Right here. And then you continue to go down. So that's how you get it to look uniform. It doesn't have to be like perfectly straight, but kind of like in the same. If you make a mistake, like I just did, you see, well, it's not really a mistake. It's just that that piece was a little bit shorter than this one, so that's why it fell off. But it's always easy to just go back in and do it again. You see the tail end? Alright, so that's how it looks. Can you see the nice shine compared to this part right here? That's why the stiff spray is really, really necessary. Not only for hold, but for it to be nice and shiny. Now this part, I could literally do 2 sections, but we're not going to do that since we're already here. What I can do is, actually I could do 2 sections. I'll just do a little small piece right there. So again, because I'm at the top, you want to use the brush to smoothen it out. Like that. And then comb it and then use your... Sometimes you got a curly piece in there. See that? Sometimes I got a curly piece. Just put it back. It's fine. I won't make or break the hairstyle. Again, you're gonna go along with this line right here. If you want it to look professionally done, that's what I would recommend. If you don't really care about that and you want your crimps to start at the very root of your hair or your wig, it's solely up to you. It's your preference, but I like mine to all look like uniform like this. Some people comb it out, some people don't comb it out. It's just about it's about personal preference. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, you're doing it wrong. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Do it how you like it. It's your head, it's your hair, it's your wig, whatever. It's your client. I'm not a hairstylist, but I just do my own hair and my daughter's. If someone pays me to do their hair, I won't do it. I don't like doing hair. So, but at the end of the day, I say all that to say, just do what you like to do. Pretty much. Just like that. That's how the back looks. I think it's nice because it's just all together. So I could do this little one under here because it's underneath the top. So I'm just going to sneak this one in. As you can see, it's not a part of this area. I just thought that the last one I did was a little bit on the thicker side. So I felt like again, don't forget the ends. If you want, after every one, you can add a little bit more stiff spray to it. So that's how that side looks so far. That's how it looks from the front. Just like that. I don't know if I did it too low. I don't think I did. It's not my first time doing this style, so I kind of have an idea of what it is that I like. Again, when you're taking pieces from the top, I always want to brush it into place so it doesn't look crazy. Right, you've come far. This is my actual second time streaming this. I started off on another stream, but I had to make a phone call. I forgot I didn't contact my cousin, so I have to call her. So this is kind of like a part 2, I guess. And if you have these little pieces right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Like you can see in here, these little pieces. Just grab them with your next section and just put them in here. That's it. So it can look kind of more like clean. I have a couple more pieces left. I'd say maybe 3 more. And then I'll show you from the front. Alright, so this is how it looks from that side when I started. Very nice, very flowy. Sometimes when I put it on and I say to myself, oh my gosh, like let's say I think that this side is like sticking out too much, I'll just kind of like press it down like this, or I'll just clamp it with the flat iron real quick just to press, not to press it out completely, but to kind of like push it down a bit so I don't look like a cone head, you know? Yeah, so that's how the crimps are looking. I still have this side to go. This is how it looks from this side. So I'm gonna put this one into 3. So can you see the difference when I hold it longer compared to when I don't hold it longer? It doesn't bulk out as much as you can see like this one. So if you don't want it to be super defined, you don't have to hold it for so long. Or if you just want it to be a light wave, you don't even have to put stiff spray in it, but it'll most likely like fall and it won't be as uniform. Not sure what's going on here. Let me see in this part. Alright, so if you guys want to see how the look comes together with my outfit, I have to like tune in at around 8:30. So right now in Toronto it's 3:12. So around 8:30 is when if you subscribe, you could come back to the live and see. Okay, this is gonna be my last piece. You can come back to the live and see how it looks with my makeup and outfit. Just to get ready with me, and it's just a casual outfit. I'm not doing anything crazy. So for this part, the front, so because I already did this side right here, I'm gonna want to start this one at the same level. I don't want to do it high, it's gonna look crazy. Don't want to do it too low. Trying my best to get it right here so it looks balanced and even. So I'm gonna have to utilize just by looking at this side to make sure that when I'm doing this side, it looks uniform. So we're just gonna comb it out again. This is gonna be my last piece. Alright, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be around right here. Around right here. It could possibly go a little bit higher. I think it's better to go lower than to go too high. If I went too high, I would just start it again with the flat iron. So, right now, I don't like how this part is sticking out from the rest because this one is a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of comb out the end part and try to stick it together with this. Try to get the same indentation that I got here. So it'll be somewhere like that. If it comes out the same way, boy, I don't know. Alright, this one's not too bad. It's still sticking out, but not as much. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just wet my finger. Just putting some, sorry, this spray on my finger, and I'm just gonna like pull it together like that. And as you can see, it has now stuck together, child. All right, so this is how it looks. I think it looks pretty phenomenal. If you ask me, I think I did a great job. Looks like a 10 out of 10. Looks like a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So this is what I'll be wearing later on. I flattened on the top, and this is how the front looks. Very demure, very clean, very uniform. So I'll be getting ready at around 8:30 tonight. So I'm not sure what time that would be for you. Right now it's around 3:20. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 hours from now, I'll be getting ready. If you guys want to see how this looks with my outfit and looks on my head with my makeup done and my lashes on, you could tune in for that at 8:30. So whatever time it is in your country or province or state or universe or whatever, 5 hours from now is when I'll come back to show how this looks on my head when I'm getting ready to go out. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching my Slay crimping style. If you guys want to know what tools I used, it is just the adhesive active extreme hold spray. You can get this at your local beauty supply store. I also used a heat resistant tail comb. I also use a stiff brush. I also use this clip right here to hold the hair. I also use this crimping iron called Hot Tools Professional. I believe I got this off of Amazon. I'm not certain, but I'm like 80% that I bought this off of Amazon. And when I use my hot tool, I always have a silicone pad to put it on when I'm using it on the counter. And for my glue, I use the Salon Pro hair bonding glue. Okay, guys, I've been on this live for 51 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in later, 5 hours from now. I'll come back on the live with this on my head and do my makeup and my lashes so you guys can see how it looks. Okay, love you guys. Bye.